I'm feeling a bit drowsy today. I woke up 4 o'clock and had a runny nose and had the goop coming out of my head, which I spat out, and I was sneezing a lot. This reminds me of the drowsiness. Reminds me of the days when I was 20 years ago when I was a kid. But what happened to me today was, I think, more of a weather issue. It's around 4 degrees here, Celsius, and again, you can deceive yourself and go out underdressed and the process of getting sick starts. Your body weakens, but my drowsiness as a little kid was of a different nature. I was mostly lethargic during the days that my diet was mainly junk food. I wouldn't say it was the junk food that was to blame. It's mostly the loner, inactive couch potato lifestyle of the suburbs. Everyone in the suburbs of a big city tries to keep themselves isolated, and they tend to avoid interaction with people. And they gravitate to passive entertainment and inactivity, or sitting on your ass entertainment, like video games, but it's mostly a lonely lifestyle. People tend to avoid other people in the suburbs like the plague. In that sense, I developed the habit of just laying on the couch, on couches, whether it be at home, my normal place, which was the basement, or at my grandmother's, where I would spend a few days there. Was just laying on the couch, relaxing and just dozing. I mean, in a sense, it's kind of like a drug addict, just experiencing the pleasure the indulging in the sensation of being relaxed, indulging in the sensation of relaxation. It's very intoxicating. To just lay there, enjoy your mind, the pleasurable feeling of not having to do anything, of lethargy, you can say. It might be an addiction. Of course, there are add-ons like visualizing things and creating things in your head, in your mind, inventing things in your mind, and that's sort of lifestyle led to what I became as an adult, which is an inventor, very prolific one, if I may pose, and very time and energy for it. It's like everything else. There's a positive and then there's a negative. To being a great inventor. But lethargy, I would say, is mostly uh, undesirable activity or attribute. Mostly it was insomnia I would blame for lethargy, lack of sleep. Maybe the junk food had a lot to do with that because it's packed with caffeine. And you know, another thing is that I would definitely describe myself back then as hormonal. I did pursue the the desire to do crazy things. And it has a cascading negative effect on one's life because once you do the crazy things, you feel bad about yourself and you feel inadequate and you begin to live with that inferiority complex. But in reality, I learned in my later days to accept we all have our flaws, and generally we are pretty much are guilty of the same amount, equally guilty. For the same ill behaviors, and there's little to be ashamed of. I don't feel ashamed if my flaws get exposed, and I don't hold it against other people if their flaws are exposed. In the end, we are all concentrating on ourselves. Who remembers what the other person does, the bad the other person does? I'm talking generally here. I'm sure there are exceptions to this rule, but for the most part, even some dark secrets are no big deal, because we all have the same ones, and if we get rid of these superficial norms, what is described as dark secrets or ill behavior is really very normal. And a lot of time rational and acceptable. Junk foods, definitely, I would say does affect your hormones in a drastic way. But I do not condemn it as being bad for having that effect on people. I think it just the fact of life that diet is never exact science. Diet we can never make it perfect. There is no right and wrong in diet, with certain exceptions, of course. And to get your hormones out of whack is just a fact of life. It is not necessary to have a continuous balance of hormones. Like diet, like everything else, is filled with randomness, and it is necessary to accept this and try to cope with this reality as best as possible. When I used to be lethargic, I would lay there and watch television most of the time, and just try to wish myself out of that state, and I would feel tremendous guilt that I could not snap out of that state of lethargy. I would have great big expectations for myself while watching whatever. I would watch whatever it may be, and and from what I'm watching, I would create expectations for myself, and I would determine that after this show or whatever ends, I'm gonna go out there and do what I started thinking of doing. But it never happened that way. And I would just lay there and berate myself for being a failure to pursue higher things, better things than just laying there and watching stuff and enjoying the products of other people while not making any of my own products, enjoying the life of other people while not adding anything to my life. And it would kill me. I would blame myself over and over again. Because I repeatedly failed. I want to get out of the couch. I want to get up and be someone really cool, someone who other people would look up to, respect, talk in a way that's memorable. When you're a kid, these things are highly regarded. Other people's perceptions are highly regarded, and you want to be the king of the world. I hope people see that the blame is a major factor in the problem, and you know, to give themselves a break, to let themselves, take a nap, or watch television without any guilt, and let life run its course. Let things develop a bit at a time, so you can make the character you wanna personify in life. And make him in you. I went to the dollar store again. I got me Aero and Crunchie, and this one I think I never tried before. Wunderbar. First, the Aero. This is my favorite milk. This was my favorite milk chocolate back then. It's the milk chocolate flavor is perfectly represented in this chocolate, in this form of a chocolate bar. So bubbles, just an infinite number of tiny bubbles of chocolate, milk chocolate, and there are all these microscopic layers. Well, not microscopic, many layers of bubbles of milk chocolate. They all soothe, caress the inside of your mouth, and they all crumble and go everywhere, so your taste buds has the optimum opportunity to experience this very well constructed milk chocolate. not as milky as I expected. And it's not compacting as much as I expected. It's not as soft as I expected as well. Definitely being woken up by this chocolate bar. I get the hint of the berry vanilla flavor I noted in my other videos. And I also get that burning sensation at the back of my mouth and my throat. And I think 20 years ago I used to be addicted to that berry vanilla flavor. That's why I thought I liked it so much. It's did not taste good to me. It was very flat, one-dimensional. I didn't taste the milkiness I was looking forward to. Crunchy. This is a spongy candy which is also soft. Crumbly and compact. To a nice sweet flakes. Immediately after biting into it, you get this attack of flavored air, not a pleasant flavor. Of air. It's like the air of a fridge with filled with old foods. Not nice. This chocolate bar is hard to describe because that flavor is so indistinctive. I was thinking I was gonna get a smoky kind of flavor, but I'm not. The surprising thing about this is that it melts so easily in your mouth. It's almost like a drink, a sweet drink. That flavor maybe of natural sugar, maybe it's cane sugar or something. If you have sensitive teeth, I recommend you stay away from this chocolate one. It's addictive because it's very sweet. It's sugar. You're eating a sponge of sugar. And who can resist the wet sugar that remains at the bottom of a teacup? Spoon it out and eating it straight up. It's feels the same with this chocolate bar, but right now I'm kind of overloaded. It wins texture wise and function wise, in the sense that it melts so easily. Texture wise, in the sense that it's spongy and crumbly, but it feels flavor wise, and because of that it is disqualified as being a good chocolate bar. The flavor is weird and not pleasant. Wunderbar, I read it's a peanut based chocolate bar. This I never tried before. I'll be trying for the first time. At least I think I never tried before. Wow, that's the chewiest caramel I ever had. It's making a mess on my floor because the chocolate is flaking. it's not tightly held together. But that first bite wasn't that good, but the second one, I feel like I'm starting to get into it. So it's a peanut butter filling, make topped with a very chewy layer of caramel, and coat it all around with some type of chocolate, milk chocolate. It also has this crunch. I'm not sure the source of it, whether it be a wafer or a layer of a sheet of crumbly candy. I think this is going to take me the longest time to finish. But I gotta confess, there's a winning combination of material here. I think I would like to buy this chocolate bar again.